On this video, I am going to be reading Psalm 6 in Hebrew with grammatical analysis and brief commentary. So we begin. Let me just say it's a prayer in sickness, and the psalmist seems to be on the verge of death, and God alone can save him. And so he gives a personal voice to the Lord. He has those that are wishing ill about him and are taunting him. And at the end, he has a wonderful conclusion concerning God's help and how the Lord will be with him. So we read, I'm going to do the grammar, read the Hebrew and do the grammar. Lamnatseach ben ginot al hashminit mizmor le David. That is, for the leader with the stringed instrument upon the sheminit, a psalm belonging to David. Menatseach is from natsach, to be preeminent. It's a PL participle masculine singular from natsach. And so the leader on the stringed instrument. This might be, we're not exactly sure, possibly a type of instrument with a deep tone, possibly. So we move on. Adonai, al be'apacha tochicheni, ve'al bechamatecha teyasereni. O Lord, do not in your anger rebuke me, nor chasten me in your wrath. Be'apacha, not in your anger, tochicheni, do not rebuke me. This is from Yakach. It is a hiphil, imperfect, second masculine singular from Yahach, followed by the pronominal suffix, first person singular. This historically would have been tal chicheni, becoming to chicheni, in the sort of a historical development, moving from the AW to a Cholam Vav. It is interesting, this was probably a pei vav verb, vachach, to rebuke, or to rebuke. Then we move to the next phrase, va'al b'chamatecha teyasreni. Do not neither in your anger chasten me. The root here is yasar, to chasten. It is a PL imperfect second masculine singular from yasar, followed by the pronominal suffix first person singular. So we have this Hebrew parallelism here, and what he's really saying is, do not chasten me, Lord. He wants the Lord to have mercy upon him and not have a chastening or anger toward him. So he continues then, Chaneni Adonai ki umlau ani, refa'eni Adonai ki nifhalu at samai. That is, be gracious to me, O Lord, for I languish away. Here we have Haneni from Hanan. It is the cow imperative masculine singular, followed by the pronominal suffix first person singular. So be gracious to me, for I have been I was caused to languish away, or I have been languishing away. Here we have a puel, I believe, first puel imperfect, first person singular from malal, to language. So I have been languishing away. I need your help, Lord. I'm going through a hard time. I am actually shriveling up, as it were, and like a flower which withers. And that's the way I'm feeling. So help me, Lord. And he goes on, Rephaini Adonai ki nivhalu atzamai. Heal me, O Lord, for my bones are terrified. Rephaini from Rapha, it's the cow imperative masculine singular followed by the pronominal suffix, first common singular, and the ni or in the e. So heal me, O Lord, for my bones are terrified. From Baal have been terrified. It's a nifal perfect, third person or third common plural from Baal. So my bones have been uh, terrified, as it were, or frightened. So I need your help. He is in agony, and his body is agonizing, and he's crying out to the Lord for help. And then we continue to see this cry for help. Benafshi nivhala me'od. My soul is exceedingly uh, terrified. Um, but et Adonai ad matai, and Lord, O Lord, how long? Again, nifhala is a nifal, perfect, third feminine singular from Bahal, to be uh, terrified, as it were, to be a feeling of being torn apart in agony again. And my soul feels like that. My bones and my soul together. So how long, O Lord, will it be until you help me? And so verse 5, Shuva Adonai, chalatza nafshi, hoshieni lema'an chazdecha. That is, return, O Lord, deliver my soul. Save me on account of your mercy. Shuvah is the cow imperative, uh, masculine singular. So return, O Lord, from shuv. Chalatza is the root, and deliver me. Here we have a PL imperative, masculine singular from uh, chalatz, deliver my soul. And uh, so basically, he is crying out for deliverance. And chalatz has the idea meaning to deliver. Hoshieni lema'an chazdecha. Save me for your mercy's sake. Hoshieni is from the root yasha, to save. Historically, it would have been a pevav verb again. How shieni became hoshieni, the aw pasach pasach holam changed to a holam vav. So how shieni, it's a hifil, perfect, and actually a hifil imperative, masculine singular, from yasha or vasha, followed by the pronominal suffix, first common singular in the ani here. Ain being a hinge and e, the actual pronominal suffix. So again, another imperative, save me. Cause me to be delivered or to be saved. And he appeals to God's mercy on account of your chastacha, from the famous word chesed, on account of your loyal love. Save me and help me. So he's pleading for deliverance. Kien b'mavat zikrecha bish'o mi yodeh lak. In death, for there is no, in death, there is no remembrance of you. In other words, in death, there is no remembrance of you. I can't remember you in my death. Bishol mi yodeh lak. In Sheol, who will uh, who will give thanks to you or praise you? Here we have Yodeh, who is able to cause praise for you. And again, I'm understanding this as a Hifil imperfect, third masculine singular, from Yada, historically Vada, becoming Yao De, becoming Yodeh. So, who in the netherworld or in Sheol, who will give praise to you? Again, a Hifil imperfect, third masculine singular, I believe, from Yada here. Um, then we move on to the next verse. Yagati ve'anchati escha b'cholayla mitati b'dimati arsi said. That is, I am weary with my groaning. Yagati is from Yaga. It's the cow perfect first common singular from Yaga. I am weary with my groaning, and I cause all night my bed to swim, or I cause my bed to swim all night with his tears. Asche is from Sachar, another Hifil imperfect first common singular. So I cause to swim uh, in all the night my bed, and then I melt the demati arsi set. I melt my couch with my tears, or with my tears, my couch I cause to melt. Here we have a Hifil imperfect first common singular from Masa. Notice the A, E vowel, thematic vowel pattern, giving it away as a Hifil stem. And so basically, he is saying, I'm really worn out. And it's a way of describing how he cries at night, weeping over his sufferings, perhaps physical and mental, that he's crying out to the Lord to help. And we all face these times when we cry to the Lord, and he's our solace, our help. And so he now moves on, believing that his prayer has been answered. Suru mimeni ko po'ele avan, ki shama Adonai ko vikyi. That is, from me, all those that work iniquity, for the Lord has heard the voice of my weeping. Suru is the imperative from sur, meaning to depart, the cow imperative masculine plural. So depart from me, all those that work iniquity. Po'ale from pa'al, to do or work. It's a cow participle, masculine plural from pa'al. All those that do iniquity. Ki shama Adonai kol v'ki. Where the Lord has heard, shama is the cow perfect third masculine singular from shama. The Lord has heard the voice of my weeping. And then uh, as we continue to verse 10, Shema Adonai Techinati, Adonai Tefilati Yakah. That is, the Lord has heard my supplication. Shema again is the cow perfect third masculine singular from Shema, and the Lord my prayer will receive, or the Lord will receive my prayer. Yakach is from lakach. It's the cow imperfect third masculine singular from lakach. The lamed has assimilated in kof, like progressive assimilation here. So he is feeling here that the Lord has heard his prayer, and he is expressing that in this verse. He's looking at the recovery that the Lord is bringing or going to bring. And then in verse 11, Yevoshu v'yibachalu ma'od kol oyev yashuvu yevoshu raga. All of my enemies shall be ashamed, and all exceedingly, can I say, agonized or frightened. Yevoshu is from bosh to be ashamed. It is the cow imperfect third person plural, third masculine plural from bosh, and shall be terrified exceedingly. Yebahalu is from bahal, to be affrighted or terrified, and or agonized. Here we have a nifal imperfect third person plural, masculine plural from bahal. So they shall be affrighted. And then you shall turn back, or they shall turn back. Yashuvu Yevoshu Raga. They shall turn back, and they shall be suddenly ashamed. Yashuvu is from Shu. It is the cow imperfect third masculine plural from Shu. So they shall turn back. Yevushu from bush again, and they shall be ashamed. A cow imperfect third masculine plural suddenly. And so basically those that were opposing him will be ashamed, and the enemies when they see how the Lord has answered his prayer. This is the way it concludes. It's a prayer, as we said, that he must have made in sickness and looking forward to the Lord's answer and describing that. And we all go through times like that where we feel overwhelmed. And it's wonderful to know that as we cry out to the Lord, he hears our prayers. In the New Testament, we have the exhortation, cast all your care upon him, for he careth for us, speaking of Christ. And so may we receive encouragement from this psalm.